What up, though? What up, though? What up, though? Back again with another one, y'all. Look, it's story time. It's story time. Tell y'all how I made $70,000 in 2 weeks. I made 70 grand in 2 weeks and blew it, right? So, this is what happened with this situation. 70 grand in 2 weeks. I'm working at Stevens, right? I'm working at Stevens Transport, leasing a truck, and I come off home time. I head down to Dallas or whatever because I was on home time, so I took my home time before I had to have a DOT inspection, but also my lease was up. So I'm like, man, I'm gonna go home and then I'm gonna chill because when I come back out, I'm gonna run hard. My lease being up, I was coming back. I was going back to the yard. I was gonna pick up another student. Well, I did pick up another student, and I was gonna roll on that because once I re-sign my lease or whatever, you know, you get a free week. You get your first week free, and then the next 3 weeks after that, it's prorated. You get a full tank of diesel or whatever. So that first month after re-signing your lease, you run up a bag, right? I had got my lease completion check. My lease completion check was like $5 grand. I knew what it was gonna be. When you lease up, you go talk to them or whatever. They about to cut you a check by the end of the day. So I guess this $5 grand. I guess a student. Okay, we rolling. Here I am. I jump in the stock market thing, dog. Like, because I guess the $5 grand. My first week was free. So I guess that $5 grand, my first week free, I think I made like $2,800, all miles. Alright. I'm sitting pretty. At least coming out the house and I ain't had no bread, I'm sitting pretty. I guess on YouTube and it's this guy. He popped up in my algorithm. Dude named Trey Trades. He going crazy on the thing. I'm talking about he live. He got about 15,000 people in his live on YouTube. I'm like, hey, yo, what's going on? They talking about AMC. AMC is about to squeeze. It's about to squeeze. I don't know none of these terms at this point. You know what I'm saying? I don't know nothing about the stock market for real. So, I jump on trying to figure out, okay, what's the squeeze and what all of this mean and so on and so forth. Before I spend any money, before I drop any money on AMC, I'm steady watching Trey Trades. He going crazy every day. Like for like a week, I'm watching him. Buying again. Slap the ask. You know what I'm saying? So I'm searching like, okay, what's the ask and what's all of this and blah, blah, blah. So I'm searching all this stuff up. I figure out everything that I need to know for this specific situation. So, mind you, I got this $5 grand plus I just made like 2,800. I'm sitting pretty. I said, man, oh, here we go. I was about to get paid again. So when you getting money, anybody know when you getting money, like when you really making money, time be flying. So before you spend a good $200-300 out of one paycheck, you getting paid again. You know what I'm saying? Because when you get money, it just seems like that. Like, damn, I'm getting paid again. I hadn't even did nothing with this paycheck yet. So I'm getting paid again. So now I'm sitting at like $9 grand. I got like $9,000 at my disposal. I take $7,000 after doing all my research and everything. I take $7 grand and I just bought all the AMC I could buy with $7,000. And in my head, I'm like, all right, I'm gonna let this run. I'm sitting good. If I lose $2 grand, I'm getting my money out. I ain't messing with this, right? The opposite happened. The next day, I was up 4,000. Oh, snap. I'm riding it out. I'm gonna ride this thing out. So now I'm checking it every single day. It runs up again. Boom. Runs up again. I'm sitting at 24,000. Run up again. Sitting at 24,000. I had the trainee that was on the truck at the time while I'm letting that thing ride. the trainee that I had at the time, he was into crypto. So he telling me about crypto and everything. So I start immediately researching crypto. I got hooked on Ethereum fast because, hey, look where Bitcoin at. I'm like, all right, they talking about this Ethereum and that without Ethereum, Bitcoin can't run. So here I am. I'm like, all right, bet. I had another grand. I dropped it on Ethereum. At this point, I'm looking at the stock. I'm looking at AMC and I'm like, man, I can't lose. You know what I'm saying? I'm like, man, I'm gonna throw these couple bands on this Ethereum. Boom. So I threw 1,000 on it one day. I ended up getting paid again. I threw another 1,000 on it. Trainee who put me onto the crypto, he was nervous about putting money down. You know what I'm saying? He was nervous about the money he gonna put on it. And I'm telling him, I just did this research because I take in information fast. I take in information real fast. So I done did this research and I'm telling him, like, man, hey, he put like 200-300 on it. I'm like, hey, man, you might want to throw some more money on that Ethereum. You know what I'm saying? Like, hey, look, I'm reading this up. They talking about it. Is a craze about it right now. You might want to put some more bread on that Ethereum. No, I'm good. Next morning we wake up, Ethereum went crazy. At that time, Ethereum was like 1,200 or something like that. Ethereum ran up to like 1,800. You know what I'm saying? Like, and so like he like, oh man, I done missed it. La da 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 da. No, you ain't missed nothing, man. Jump on this AMC. You know what I'm saying? So AMC popping. It's going so crazy that I'm just chilling. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm just chilling watching it go crazy. And it's going so crazy that I done got into this relaxed mode where I'm like, man, what could go wrong? If this bit go down $5,000, oh well, because at this point I'm up like 30 bands. You know what I'm saying? I'm like, if it go down fucking $5,000, hey, I started with $7,000. You know what I'm saying? So it's going up. I look up what that butt up 45,000. At that point, I'm like, man, I'm finna trade some of them for Locky and some money. Let me go look at trade trades. This how much of an amateur I am. I go look at trade trades. He's still slapping the ass over there. Pow. Everybody in this chat slapping the ass. Pow. Hey, fuck it. Slap the ass. Pow. I slap the ass. I'm buying more. Because, see, I done made money off Ethereum. You know what I'm saying? So, I'm slapping the ass too. Bah! Boom. It run up again. So, at this point, it was like a week where AMC didn't really move up much. It didn't move down much. But like I said, it had went so crazy, I wasn't even tripping on it. You know what I'm saying? Like, if it go down, it go up, long as it don't go down too far. So I'm just letting it ride. A week go by, it's just ride. Up, down, up, down, up, down. I take home time. Take my home time, I'm going to be off for a week. I got up on a Monday. I think it was on a Monday. I wake up on Monday. You know, it's still doing what it's doing. Up, down, up, down. But by the end of that day, it was on the uptrend and it wasn't pulling back. So I'm like, man, let this hold, man. You know what I'm saying? I say by the end of this week, if this mother don't make no major move, I'm gonna go ahead and take what I got. So I'm sitting at like $46,000 in the account. Man, I'm gonna just at the end of the week, if it don't do nothing, I'm chilling. I'm gonna take my money. I wake up that Tuesday morning, and at 5 a.m., I wake up and I open up the app. I had never seen so many zeros. I'm up $72,000, cuz. And I'm like, oh snap. I'm like, oh snap. I'm like, hey, I'm trying to sell it. I'm trying to hurry up and sell. Give me that. Give me that. This was the thing during that time. See, Robinhood wasn't new, but Robinhood was still making its changes and building what it was going to build. So at that time, you couldn't trade until 9:30. You couldn't make a trade until 9:30. So here it is, 5 a.m. I got 4.5 hours, and I'm watching this money. My eyes is zeroed in on this money right now. Like, I can't take my mind off of it because, yo, I got 4 hours. This is pre-market. Anything can happen. You know what I'm saying? I'm like, hey, man. So 9:30 comes. Soon as 9:30 hit, swipe, sold. I sold it. I sold it all. I think I walked away with about 68,000 out of that. never had made that much money at one time. Have I ever touched that much money? Yes. I think a lot of us have touched that much money. But for the most part, I had never had that much money at my disposal at one time. You see what I'm saying? So I done cashed out, and at that point, one right there, first thing I did, I showed my old lady, like, look at this shit. Look at this. We up. Yo, we went on a spree after that. You know what I'm saying? And in 2 weeks, I ran from 70,000, from 7,000 to 70,000 in 2 weeks, because I got paid. I put the money, as soon as I got paid, I put that money in. A week went by. Another week went by. And so it was 3 weeks. I was wrong. It was 3 weeks. Almost a month. It took me almost a month. So 1 week went by, I got paid. Next week went by, I got paid. That last week is when I was just watching. And then that Tuesday after that, I was up 70 grand. So we spending, we all over the country. We doing this, we doing that. And it went fast. That $68,000 went so fast because I was more focused on the fact that, okay, what I should have been doing was trying to reinvest it, learn more, set it in the S&P. It wasn't until after that situation where I was like, man, I got to figure out, what I need to do with a situation like this. So, if I knew then what I know now, possibly be a millionaire right now. You know what I'm saying? But it just goes to show, like, if you can do it one time, you can do it again. That was a whim. It was a blessing to me at that time. I was able to do some things and get some things out the way. That play is coming back again. I don't know when. I don't know what play is going to be. I just know a play like that is coming back again. And when it do, I'm on everybody aid, because I like to share the love. You know what I'm saying? Like, I ain't no gatekeeper. And here lately, I ain't been focused on a lot of stuff in the market. You know what I'm saying? Trying to find my place and what it is I'm trying to do right now. But for the most part, I hadn't, been focused on what's doing what. And then really, even though we got all this stuff going on, war and all of this other crap going on, it's a good time to go ahead and start, gathering. So, if you got a couple dollars, just to sit on, like, even, the way that the world works right now and the way the things is, you can buy fractional shares. So if you just put $5, $10, $20 a week on something and you just let that ride, you know what I'm saying? Hey, you don't know what can happen by the end of the year. You know what I'm saying? So, that was my story of, I made 70 grand in 3 weeks. I said 2 weeks, but 3 weeks. I made 70 grand in 3 weeks and ran through it just as fast as I got it. You know what I'm saying? But it puts me in a position to know that, okay, I know I can do that again. You know what I'm saying? So there we are. Here we are on this journey of doing it again. I'm gonna do it again. I'll show y'all the receipts of me tearing a hole in AMC, just like thousands of other people who did at that time when AMC was hot and it was a meme stock. And because I had missed that GameStop play, but hey, things like that come around again, and the market never sleeps. So I'm still part of the market. I'm still chasing that down, and I'm gonna run it, man. I'm gonna run it up again, just like that again. But yes, I had touched 70 grand in 3 weeks. Let me fix that. 3 weeks. I ran that bag up, man. And all of us can do that. You know what I'm saying? Do a little research, do a little searching, and we can run that up, man. But that was story time for y'all of how I made 70 grand in 3 weeks. I thank y'all for listening. Like, subscribe, share, tell your people come holler at me. I'm just doing story time with y'all. Bada bing, I'm out.